So a couple of disclaimers and thank yous before we get started. First of all, shout out to Cameron. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have the formula for what we're about to do today. Check her page out if you like deep thinking and pop culture. Next is a light-skinned disclaimer. I'm finna get a little Drake-ish and in my feelings a bit. I want to sincerely apologize, to all my fans and supporters thus far. It was selfish of me to gatekeep and take down music that had touched you all and got you through something, or maybe just a deep core memory. Please, first of all, do know that I do absolutely, positively everything alone. I would love to have a team someday, management, A&Rs, etc. And with how much the industry changes, I've simply been trying to apply what I've been learning, as for some reason also trying to simultaneously appear perfect and as an artist who can't miss. But at the end of the day, what I really wish to show is growth. So as an additional treat, as I re-release these projects, I will also be posting behind the music inspirations, what was going on in my personal life at that time, and where it fits into my artistry story. I can't let it be forgotten about. So please forgive. First of all, AI isn't the problem. You all are. Hear me out. The climate behind the scenes of music is absolutely ass crack, like for real. After Taco Tuesday at 7-Eleven with exactly 7 squares left of 1-ply toilet paper equals a big shitty situation. Now, Jay-Z and, the way that he moved business-wise, one thing I always noticed was ownership. Make sure you own everything. But what is ownership in the digital age? Is there an internet law book yet? I don't know, but I feel like there needs to be. But follow me. Don't try to lose my grip. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If you lack the follows, the visibility, the Legos, if you will, you can't play the game. Talent isn't Tony Braxton at a gas station or Mary J. Blige in the mall anymore. So engineers and producers will take advantage of this in a few ways. Shoot me if I'm lying. Actually, no. Don't shoot me. Buy me a tag. But let's start with the engineers, okay? A lot of times, these were or are people who want to be in the front line, but for whatever reason, this is about as close as they can get. Listen, I may be colorful, but I'm not here to sugarcoat, okay? I'm not a box of nerds. What is life without realism? There's a winner, there's a loser. People are going to feel bad, people are going to feel good. It's all part of the human experience, so no. I'm not considering anybody's feelings today. Not doing it. Okay, these engineers would be happy to work with a big name person like Ella May, Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, even upcoming people like Lucayla, arguably Tierra Whack. These are people who have pull. People know their names, they have streams on Spotify, they have shows, they're working at festivals. They will do their best work, hands down. But a person who is still upcoming, still kind of playing around with sounds, knows what they want, but may not know the exact terminology, and especially a person that does not have a team, this artist gets treated poorly and gets a piss poor project, especially if they aren't already friends or cool with the engineer. And don't let the song be too good, because then there are going to be surprise fees for the mix, for the master, for the release of the master, because these people want to make sure that they get their piece of the pie. They want to make sure that they get their cut in advance. Or they will, convince you that your song sucks, or maybe you should structure it differently. And, me being a person who's semi-awkward as an artist with no help, I do want to sell. I want to be marketable. So I listen to this dud-ass help. I listen to it. So, I attempt to listen, and it reminds me of this.
It's sitting right on my table.
I said I haven't seen it, all right? And what does it matter? It was terrible anyway. We've had this conversation. Do yourself a favor and move on.
Well, that's interesting, Brian, because I found this buried in the backyard next to your soup spoon.
Quite frankly, I find it greedy. I'm all about collaborative decision-making, a written, typed, and signed agreement. I'm all for that, but engineers, they make their money and they send you on your way. It's like when somebody braids your hair and they truly enjoy braiding hair. They'll give you different patterns and oil for your scalp so your hair can grow, so they can do more styles and designs, versus a person who does it as a job. Everything is a charge. The hair may not be the best work. That's not to say that these are bad people. Bad work ethic. And no, I'm not letting your hand go, because producers, you're next. Bring me that behind. Now, this isn't all producers at all. I'm aware. I'm only speaking from my own personal experience. So please let that be known. I'm not going to say any names, but for tracks like Emo Anthem.
I've been there and I felt that. An emo kid at heart with a heart that's all black.
I was paying, I want to say, $950 for 3 tracks. Could have been $850, but that doesn't really matter. What does matter is the fact that a 19, 20-year-old homeless Nitarian was coming out of pocket almost a stack for a total of 3 tracks. Now, I considered this to be reasonable because I asked for commercial rights. I told him my intentions. You know what I mean? I want to shoot a music video. I want this to be marketable. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get it on movies and, you know, all of this and what have you. I want to put it on streaming. So imagine my horror and surprise when it's time to release the track and it's blocked on streaming. Not only because the sample wasn't clear, which I was told it was, whole nother. He had sold this same track to another artist 7 years prior.
Join high school mono.
No disrespect to that artist, but that song fucking sucks. Not because I've listened to it, but simply because it's not me and my version fucking eats. Now, when I bought these tracks, streaming wasn't yet a thing. So I'm unsure how this would have gone years before. But for now, everything I had in place, everything that I had planned, promotions and all, was all now for nothing. Remember, no label, no help, young, ambitious, and homeless. I don't have time to be wasting this kind of money. And for the feeble-minded individual saying, you're homeless, why are you wasting your money on foolishness? Aren't you the same people who suggest that people like myself who can't hold or keep a job for more than 2 months due to personality issues start their own business? What the fuck you think this is? Beyonce isn't just a name. It's a brand. It's a business. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, what does this have to do with AI? I'll let your hand go. No, it's getting a little wet. As I previously explained, not having a team, followers, influence, or attention, to sum it all up, you get treated poorly. Now, if you've been on my page lately, you may have seen this.
I'm tired of these stupid games. Bring no way to.
It's a one-way ticket to hell, but it's a hell of a life. Don't put your hand.
I posted these for a reason. Not only do they sound amazing, shout out to Suno, for the first time, at close to no cost to me, Suno was able to take my original lyrics, descriptions of sounds, genres, and years, and in minutes created some of the most unique sounds I've been able to make, spending thousands of dollars for 10 plus years. Don't get it twisted. I get the scary part. What's going to happen to real artists? It's taking people's jobs. I get it. But this is truly only if we let it. For me, I believe AI is a great tool for creating demos of songs or even reimagining pre-existing songs in a different light, mood, or genre. AI is not without having to deal with my ego, attitude, or scamming, queer identity in hip-hop, and the stigma of masculine queer men. I'm definitely going to step on some toes, possibly. But this is the internet, and I need engagement, so please, let's discuss it in the comments. But my introduction to queerness in hip-hop was not this.
Thuggin' love.
I got that thuggin' love.
It was actually this.
Hey, I'm on the person he kissed.
Now, as a young boy still figuring myself out and life out, I had my mom's house, who was Southern Baptist and religious, versus my pop's home, where it was street and queerness had a place in neither one of these spaces, which is why this confused me so much. Gay Christians confuse me too, but that's not why we're here. This whole debacle, in a way, had me thinking as a kid, wanting this industry so badly. Me not coming from fame, I just knew there was something I would have to give up, something. At this age, I wasn't aware of the Illuminati or Bill Cosby. Okay. Bad joke. But moving on. This image alone got me thinking, okay, is it me they want? Like me? All of me? And I began to question what exactly I'd be willing to give up or willing to do to get into the industry. So fast forward to today and we have people like Mickey Blanco, Khalid, Saucy Santana, Lil Nas X. So how did we get here exactly? And I believe this incident with Birdman and Lil Wayne was the rise of this particular type of era, and also Thug Corn, if you know, you know, as well as gay rights, played a huge part in this. For me personally, as backwards as this may sound, I don't believe queerness should have a place in hip-hop. I'm sorry. It's like when you make a shirt from scratch, you have an outline of how it's done. You know what I mean? Same with these new rap girls. Nicki left behind a mold, a blueprint, a pink print, if you will, to modify it to their own formula. But, you know, same with hip-hop. I feel like masculine energy, swag, groupies, multiple sexual partners, getting money, smoking weed, drinking. Call me dated. This is what a rapper looked like to me as a kid born in 97. So from the beginning, it just wasn't a gay man's field, a queer man's field. So which is why I personally never truly spoke on it in my own artistry, and I may have had slick lines here and double meanings there.
Case to go. These niggas been raining, so it's time to see a rainbow. No fucking homo, but this dick is to your guts, nigga.
I think within hip-hop, I tried to find my respect within my masculinity. And I think that was one of my core values as a rapper. And I think I just knew my sexuality would confuse some of my messages or turn away some of my listeners. Being queer wasn't always edgy or cool like it is now. Like, does anybody remember when it was cool to be Kim Kardashian? Big booty, snatch waist, not too dark enough to be black, but not pale enough to be white. Like, was it just me that remembers this time period? Like you looked mixed or like you got some black in you. Now it's like, oh, you got some dick in you. Like, I've sucked a dick before. Oh, I'm a little zesty. Like, these were traits and qualities that people like me got bullied for. I couldn't openly talk about things like this. I get the world has changed, but that does not erase trauma. People are literally getting clout for shit that I got clowned for. Black kids who were outgoing and goofy before social media got fucking bullied. Or was that just me? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, clout for clownery is literally insane. Next, being too masked or so masked that certain forms of expression is considered feminine. If I had $1 for literally every time that somebody perceived me to be feminine simply because I had colored hair, or maybe because I chose to wear sheer or a crop top that particularly. I literally had somebody in 2024 out their window yell at me, "You'll never be a girl," because I was wearing a fucking crop top. But they accept it from thin people because this is what is expected. And this is a part of the reason why I didn't sing as much. Growing up, before I was Nitarian ATF, me and my sister were a Christian hip-hop group by the name of the Hypers. And my mom used to always say, let your sister sing. You do the rapping. And though my mom may really have been saying, son, your voice is not developed yet, work on that. At that age, it just came across as I'm a boy and I'm not supposed to do this. My family already had certain hints and inklings of me being queer, so I tried to do literally every fucking thing in my power to seem as boyish as possible. And this is why I think I stuck with the rap genre for as long as I did. Simply because I was a boy. Insane, right? This is why I'm now identifying as a pop artist. I feel like I have more creative room to make whatever I want without preconceived notions or thoughts. Excuse me. You know, I didn't want to have to pick and choose between, do you want to rap or do you want to sing? Do you want to be 50 Cent or do you want to be Cisco? Because you can't do both. I'm similar to Tierra Whack in the sense that I'm a rapper who can also do other things. People like B.O.B., Kid Cudi, Lil Uzi, just to name a few. I'm an artist. Secondly, I'm a Cancer and I will make what I feel. And this is the same exact complexity that you all have with Chloe Bailey. Not finding her lane, I guess you can say. She's releasing each of her feelings as they come, and we're very close in age. So I get her more than probably most people do. Queer men have a duality in this society. We live in a society where we have to choose between being masculine and being feminine. Unfortunately, I feel the femme perception is what people either prefer or simply just understand a little bit better. Versus people like me, you may think it, but you may not fully tell unless I tell you. And if you think you can tell me, please comment below what my sexual identity is, and I'll cash app you personally $10 to the first person who gets it. I've learned to accept my life for what it is, and learning to be a tad bit more vulnerable with my music and subject matter. To show myself in a light that's less ashamed or less embarrassed of myself. But this doesn't mean my entire persona will get softer or more femme. Same energy, just new expression. There's a difference between being a queer artist versus being an artist who just so happens to be slightly queer. As for my closing thoughts, an emo trap star update. Gearing up for my self-titled music video. I need a body painter, so if anybody's interested, please DM me. In other news, as you see, there's been a lot of cleanup and organization on all of my social media platforms. Hopefully this helps everyone find my colorful ass a bit better online. Much more to come. Thank you all for hearing me out. Thank you for tuning into my video essay / rant and experiences. I hope I shine some light on some struggles for independent artists. I hope everyone is getting to know me a little bit better and why certain things have been happening in my career the way that they have. And I hope you all tune in again for the next video. Remember, always give yourself a thumbs up. Fuck the people who don't like you. And never, ever, 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 ever sweat small shit. Chill.
So forever ain't far.